Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm Steve, and this is our sports final where sporty balls are born and bred. All right, welcome, everybody, to our little show. And we are live. So here we go. Give us a moment to get the teleprompter on. I'm Steve the Backsman Baxley, and the person you hear most frequently will be that of my mom, Sharon Baxley. Mom, maybe because the remote control isn't in sync with the new TV yet. So, but that's okay. That's okay. Now let's get to this before. Okay, excuse me. I gotta move the. Thank you. Well, maybe just a little bit. There we go. Well, one more time. Okay. Now, because of some breaking news we had yesterday, we didn't get a chance to do this. Yesterday was Amy Andrews' birthday. Amy Andrews is a news anchor at WJBK Fox 2 in Detroit. She turned 21, and I promised her last night that I would do the traditional Elvis birthday, the Elvis Happy Birthday song. I've already explained it. But unfortunately, we had some breaking news that sort of gave us no, we better not do that. We better just hold that until tomorrow. So it is tomorrow. It is a Monday. So we're going to do it right here, right now. Oh, happy birthday to you. Oh, happy birthday to you. Oh, happy birthday, dear Amy Andrews. Oh, yeah. Wow. Happy birthday to you. Oh. There you go. We'll even do it before we end tonight, so you get a beginning and an end. All right. The program, as always, is presented by the fun folks over at the L2C Media Network. Why? Because we don't have any sponsors. Well, just yet. Anyway, sorry we're a bit late, but things happen, and it's quite understandable. So, we got a lot to do. Let's get to it with our basketball segment. That's right. It's time for a little basketball, yeah. So, get ready, get set. Go Cats go. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. All right. The Indiana Pacers beat the Los Angeles Clippers by a score of 122 to 116. Get it off there, guys. Come on. Oh, boy. Now let's get it off there. Let's get it off there. And let's get it off there. Thank you. Okay, once again, the Indiana Pacers beat the Los Angeles Clippers 122 to 116. In overtime, the Philadelphia 76ers beat the Memphis Grizzlies 122 to 119. Cleveland Cavaliers barely squeaked out a victory over the New Orleans Pelicans 93 to 90. Boston Celtics over the Miami Heat 122 to 92. New York Knicks over the Sacramento Kings 116 to 96. Toronto Raptors over the Atlanta Hawks by a score of 106 to 100. Golden State Warriors over the Houston Rockets 122 to 108. Oklahoma City Thunder struck the Portland Trailblazers 98 to 81. And that, my friends, is your NBA scoreboard. Now, let's get to the collegiate scoreboard. That's right. It's the women and men basketball uh, Juventus. So here we go. Here we go. They be fast, we be slow. Okay. Go there, and we go here, and we got the women's score. We got the women's basketball scoreboard. By the way, all scores presented by Caesar Sportsbook, who reminds you that we are all Caesars. All right. And here we go. 6th ranked Michigan over 5th ranked Indiana, 65-50. In overtime, 7th ranked Tennessee over Arkansas, 86-83. 23rd ranked Ohio State over 21 ranked Iowa, 92-88. And let me have that, please, guys. Thank you. Got to let's get things, in a neat pile, or as neat a pile as we can get. There we are. There. Okay, that is the women. Now let's get ready for the guys, the men. And then we got the top 25 introduced. So here we go. Only 2 games were played today, and they were 8th ranked Baylor over West Virginia, 81-77. 9th ranked Duke over Notre Dame, 57-43. And that is all there is on that. Let's go now to the league that is tops and bottoms, the G League. That's right, it's time for the G League, and the G League, as always, is presented by Gatorade. Is it in you? Well, it should be. Gatorade, the official drink of the NBA G League. All right, let's get you in with the schedule for tonight. Not many games scheduled for tonight, but we'll make it interesting. No, let's see. Do we have? Are we still in January? Yes, we is. Okay. I guess. Okay. Tuesday, February 1st, which is right now, as a matter of fact, starts at 11 a.m. with the Greensboro Swarm and the Cleveland Charge. That game will be on the NBAGleague.com. 7 p.m. it'll be Delaware Blue Coats, Westchester Knicks. That'll be on ESPN Plus by way of Madison Square Garden Network number 2. The Motor City Cruise take on the Lakeland Magic also at 7 o'clock. That'll be solely on ESPN Plus. The Windy City Bulls and Raptors 905 will be up and about at 7:30 from Mississauga, Ontario on ESPN Plus and NBA TV in Canada. 8 p.m. it's Santa Cruz Warriors and the Birmingham Squadron from Birmingham, Alabama. ESPN Plus will take it, as well as My 68, NBC Sports Bay Area Plus, and radio-wise, V94.9 FM. Okay, 9 o'clock, the only game remaining. It is the Rio Grande Valley Vipers and the Salt Lake City Stars from Salt Lake City, Utah. That will solely be on ESPN Plus. And there you have the results from the 1st of February. Wow. So we are complete in our basketball round. Hey, Matt. Hey, Matt, how you doing, man? Glad to see you here. Glad to see you anywhere. We got a lot to talk about coming up in our headlines, but we go now from the hard court to the hard synthetic ice. And here we go. It's the NHL, and it's our hockey segment. We dedicate this to hockey fans everywhere, including our 2 favorites, which are, of course, Christine and Dandelion Fluff. So here we go. Everything is a final. And as you know, when there is final scores, there is always the Molson 3 stars. Matt says, I'm doing all right. How's the thing with OBS so far? I haven't downloaded it yet because I'm doing this program, but I am going to download it. I have decided I'm not going to do Streamlabs. I'm just going to do OBS because I have a feeling Streamlabs is going to be a little too hard. And OBS has got to be easy. If not, I'll just do Twitch thing. But I want OBS so I can do Twitch, Facebook Live, and YouTube. Anyway, here we go. The Florida Panthers beat the Columbus Blue Jackets 8-4. Marchment. Yes, Marchment. Aloha. Marchment for Florida, 2 goals, 4 assists. Reinhardt for Florida, 3 goals, 1 assist. Lundell for Florida, 5 assists. The Detroit Red Wings beat the Anaheim Not So Mighty Ducks 2-1. Oesterle for Detroit, 1 goal. Larkin for Detroit, a goal and an assist. And Radkel for Anaheim, 1 goal. Ottawa Senators over the Edmonton Oilers in overtime, 3-2. Murray for Ottawa, 37 saves. Stutzel for Ottawa, 1 goal. And McDavid for Edmonton, 1 goal. We continue on. The Maple Leafs kibbled the New Jersey Devils 6-4. Matthews for Toronto, 3 goals, 1 assist. Marner for Toronto, 1 goal, 2 assists. And McHavid for Toronto, 1 goal, 1 assist. The Canucks beat up Linda Steele's Chicago Blackhawks 3-1. Bozer for Vancouver, 1 goal. Halleck for Vancouver, 20 saves. And Shine for Vancouver, 1 goal. And that, my friends, is that for the NHL, but not for our hockey coverage. No, sir. Why? Because we go now to our NC2A hockey scoreboard. First, we do the men. And I wish we can get that. And the men had no games going on today. So let's see if the ladies had something going. And they did. In the Newhaw Conference, it was Sacred Heart over Post 3-2. And in the non-conference game, it was number 4 Wisconsin over St. Thomas 3-1. So now let's go to the minor league action. With that, we go to the American Hockey League. I forgot. We got to do it like this. Okay, only 1 game played on Monday, and it's still going on as we speak. 10:45 remaining in the third. It's the Ontario Reign over the San Jose Barracuda by a score of 6-3. And now, as we always do, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Big O, as in the Ontario Hockey League. That's right. Let's get rid of the advert. Let's go to the skulls, because there had to be something going on Monday. So let's get over here to January. Okay, and no games played on Monday, but there will be some played on Tuesday, which is February 1st. So there you go on that pile. Okay, which means now we hit the minor league hockey triumphant. And here we go. We go to the ECHL, the East Coast Hockey League. And let's go to their official verbiage. Boot. And one more time, guys. Boot. Thank you. All right. Time to check out the scores from tonight, if there were games tonight. And there was only one. Utah beat Orlando in overtime by a score of 3-2. And we got another game coming up tomorrow, February 1st, Tulsa and Kansas City. Then February 2nd, for Groundhog Day, we got a ton of them. So there you are. right there in the benutzen. That's right. So, ha 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 ha. Okay, thank you, Eckel. All right, we go from the Echo to the Spiel, the Southern Professional Hockey League. Let's get to some of their fun-filled fiesta. By the way, you're watching our hockey coverage right here on the L2C Media Network. So let's go to the scores of the Spiel. And there were no games played Monday, but there will be some games played on Tuesday, on Thursday, February 3rd. Not Tuesday, but Thursday. So the Spiel has 2 days off. So now we go from there to the FIPL, the Federal Prospects Hockey League. And let's go over there into their game center. Let's get some scores and let's see if they can do that. And let's see. Oh, this is good. This is fun. So no games tonight, but there's going to be games on one game Wednesday and 3 games on Friday. So there you go. So the minor leagues were having the weekend off, I guess you could say. So there we go. Yay. All right, let's get down to some headlines. And, well, Jim Harbaugh's success has got a lot of people talking, tongues are wagging that he's going back to being a coach in the NFL. In fact, our first report is about that. That's right. The Vikings have narrowed down their head coaching search to 4 candidates, with 49ers defensive coordinator DeMarco Ryans declining a second interview and dropping out of the running to remain in San Francisco, according to Tom Pelissero of NFL Media. But a new name emerged over the weekend as Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh expressed interest during a Zoom meeting days after hiring former 49ers and Browns executive Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah as their new GM. The Vikings are now set to interview Harbaugh in person for their vacancy on Wednesday. Per Jeremy Fowler of ESPN, Harbaugh showed legitimate interest during his first interview with the team. The Vikings left the interview feeling Harbaugh is ready to make his return to the NFL and is in the mix for the job. Also in the mix for the head job are LA Rams offensive coordinator Kevin O'Connell and defensive coordinator Raheem Morris, along with Giants defensive coordinator Patrick Graham. Now, cleaning house after the 2021 season, the Vikings could be looking to reunite Adolfo-Mensah with Harbaugh, who worked alongside the new GM in San Francisco. The NFL is aware of Harbaugh's interview and is awaiting the formal paperwork that must be filed for all head coaching interviews. This is Harbaugh's first known interview of the 2022 hiring cycle and his most substantive connection to an NFL team since his abrupt departure from the league as 49ers head coach following the 2014 season. And as you know, Michigan had a stellar season, and I gotta get rid of these bots. Let's remove the bot. Thank you very much. Okay, so if Harbaugh goes to Minnesota, who will be the candidates to replace him? Well, whether Jim Harbaugh remains coach at Michigan will resolve itself soon enough. The ramifications of a potential departure, however, are already clear. Let me grab my sandwich. There we go. Harbaugh is indeed interested in returning to the NFL, with one source telling our friends at CBS Sports that Harbaugh definitely wants back in the league. News broke over the weekend that the Michigan coach conveyed legitimate interest in the Minnesota Vikings job. The Miami Dolphins are also reportedly in the mix, though team owner and powerful Michigan donor Stephen Ross has previously said he's not going to be the person that takes Jim Harbaugh from the U of M. If Coach Kaki leaves the Maize and Blue, he will be able to do so while holding his head high. Harbaugh fulfilled his destiny in 2021 by beating, slicing, dicing, and just putting a stake through the heart of the Ohio State Buckeyes and winning the Big Ten championship in a dominant fashion and earning a berth in the college football playoff. It took until year 7, but at least it's happened. Now for the hard part. If Harbaugh stays, that head being held high would still be hitting a cement ceiling. Last season was arguably a unicorn for the Harbaugh-Michigan era in a league dominated by Ohio State and a sport dominated by the SEC. It also came as Harbaugh agreed to a reduction in his contract terms based on his performance through his first 6 seasons with the Wolverines. They did reach the big stage, but the question is whether it can stay there. If Harbaugh remains in Ann Arbor, Michigan for year 8 and beyond, he will be expected to wash, rinse, and repeat the success he and his program enjoyed in 2021. That does have to enter significantly into his decision. And let's face it, Georgia might have shown how far Michigan has to go to reach the pinnacle during the Bulldogs' 34-11 rout of the Wolverines in the Orange Bowl semifinal of the college football playoff. Now, all of this should be packaged with the usual disclaimer, this is Jim Harbaugh. Anything can happen. With plenty of smoke surrounding the fire, Harbaugh was still on the recruiting trail last week in anticipation of Wednesday's traditional National Signing Day. Now, only Harbaugh knows where he intends to coach next season, but if he takes Minnesota, who are the candidates to lead the Wolverines should Harbaugh depart? Well, if Michigan Athletic Director Ward Manuel is going to stay in-house, Josh Gaddis, the Michigan offensive coordinator, is the most likely candidate. The Wolverines offensive coordinator went from question mark in 2019 and 2020 to a very hot property in 2021 by getting production out of an offense that didn't, frankly, change scheme. U of M was simply better running the same plays with Gaddis developing running backs Hassan Haskins and Blake Corum, as well as quarterback Cade McNamara. If Michigan is going to keep challenging Ohio State, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if Gaddis' offensive mind is leading the program. But how about Matt Rule, the Carolina Panthers coach? Sources are already indicating he would be interested if the Michigan job comes open. The former Baylor coach has been retained after a pair of 5-win seasons with the Panthers. How about Alabama offensive coordinator Bill O'Brien? It's surprising that Obi didn't snag a college or pro job by now, by coming off a successful debut at Alabama. That could be a function of him not being available until late in the carousel, with the Crimson Tide going all the way to the CFP National Championships. Nevertheless, O'Brien appears rejuvenated and professionally rehabbed. It also helps that Bryce Young won the Heisman Trophy under his watch. How about Ohio State coach Matt Campbell? At this late stage, especially with signing day approaching, it is extremely doubtful that Campbell will leave the Cyclones. He's got those kind of ethics after essentially promising an entire recruiting class he'd be there. But Campbell has gone from the next Bill Snyder, a program builder who stays forever, to a guy who would only be interested in Ohio State or Notre Dame, to perhaps listening to other offers. History shows what Campbell has built in Ames, Iowa cannot endure consistently. How about P.J. Fleck, the former coach of West Michigan, now coaching the Minnesota Golden Gophers? Maybe good, may not be. How about Michigan running backs coach Mike Hart? Big brother's name keeps popping up on candidates lists, but if Hart gets a job, it's because Manuel will have struck out on the names above. Hart is 35 and has been a running backs coach for 10 years, just completing his first at his alma mater. He'll have to leave and get a starter job or two before being ready for one of the biggest stages at Michigan. So, what do I think? I think Jim Harbaugh is going to stay in Michigan for at least one more season. And with that said, we continue on. We're at 12:30. We're going all the way to 1 o'clock. We're only going to tell you about Tom Brady. Brady on retirement talk. He is still going through the process, but one thing is for certain. If he retires, you damn well know Rob Gronkowski, or as we all like to affectionately call him, Gronk, will also retire. But because of that, I think Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers, are going to get ready for a full rebuild. And that's coaches, players, period. Now, let's get to the college basketball top 25 from the Associated Press. And here we go. We'll do it musically. LSU is 25, Marquette is 24, Texas is number 23, Tennessee is double 2, that's 22. Number 21 is Xavier. No, not Cougar, I know that. Number 20 is Iowa State, while 19 is USC. Number 18 is Illinois. Number 17 is UConn. 16th is the Buckeyes of Ohio State. 15th is Providence UC. 14th comes to Texas Tech. 13th comes the Spartans of Michigan State. Oh, bloody heck. Then we got Villanova in 12th. Wisconsin places 11th. Kansas goes to number 10, while Duke goes in love with number 9. Baylor's in 8th. Arizona takes 7. Oh, they're in heaven as Houston gets number 6. Then you got Kentucky in 5th, Purdue in 4th. You got UCLA as number 3, and Unga Zaga, Unga Zaga, Unga, Unga, Unga. I can't stop this feeling. They'll be back on top, but because of certain flops, they'll have to settle for number 2. So that means number 1 with a bullet you can see are the folks from Auburn, Alabama, not near Tennessee. Oh, yeah. And there you go, the AP Top 25 sung. Yes, indeed. We tantalized you with singing. Please don't kill us. All righty, boys and girls. We got about 2 more things. I don't think we got any media bites for tonight. Tomorrow we'll have a list of the fine folks at NBC who are going to be calling the Olympics. Not in Beijing, mind you. They're going to be calling it in their NBC Sports Group Studios headquarters in bucolic, Stamford, Connecticut. So if we can, let us go to... That's right. Let's go to our friends from Britain and get you some of the scores from there. And hey, we might sing those scores. I kind of like singing the scores. Why? Because I just love it. All right, let's do this. League One, Charlton. They beat Portsmouth 2-1. In North and Central America World Cup qualifying, El Salvador beat Honduras 2-0. Honduras wasn't even trying. Scottish League 2. Edinburgh beat Forfar Athletic 3-2. In the French Coupe de France, it was Nice. They were nice, but Paris Saint-Germain couldn't score either, so they stuck at 0 twice. But in penalty kicks, Nice was not nice, for they won 6-5. Viva la France! Portugal had a 0-0. Estoril and Pacos de Ferreira and Famlico and Oroka also were double knotted at 0. They were double knotted at 0. Okay, we got one more segment left, and then we are out all here. How much out of here are we? Well, let's go Chuckles here and pull it up. And here we go. If you like what you see, and I know you do, let's do this with the Boogaloo. All right, in Italy, Italian basketball. Basket Napoli over Trieste, 89-82. In Espanol, Fuenlabrada. 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 Da-da-da-da. Fuenlabrada. Fuenlabrada. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. They beat Basket Zaragoza 77-55. Do we have any updates in the NHL? No. Czech Republic had no games because of COVID. Finland had some good games, yes. JYP, you know what I mean, beat Assat by a score of 3-2. And folks, guess what? Before we say our good nights, today I finally got it. I got the digital, but this is a good read. For the first time ever, somebody decided to have an idea to make an autobiography, to make a comic version of an autobiography. And if you wonder what I'm talking about, here it is. It is from, give me the thing here. It is from SourcePoint Press, and I want to show this to you. It is called, for you wrestling fans out there, Butts in the Seats. Thank you. It's called Butts in the Seats. It's by legendary wrestling announcer Tony Schiavone. It's called the Tony Schiavone story. Butts in the Seats. The Tony Schiavone story by Dirk Manning, Tony Schiavone, and friends. And this book chronicles his life, believe it or not, in comic form. If you don't believe me, take a look at some of the pages here. This here, where's my prop? Dang it, I gotta get my prop. Where is that prop? Oh well. This here book is a slobber knocker. Why? Take a look at some of what you see. This is how he met his wife Lois, and this is how he got burned out of wrestling, and how one man literally saved him. Well, a lot of guys sort of saved him, but if it wasn't for the AEW folks, I don't know what Tony would have done. But this chronicles his life as a wrestling announcer, executive producer, all the way up to the days of, yes, friends, AEW. And folks, I love the artwork here, and I got to show you. I don't know if we can get this on camera. There's Tony with Jim Ross. I'm going to say, if Tony Schiavone ever does any more book tours in Comic Cons, I want him to sign this book because this is an awesome read. It is pretty good, and I think everybody's going to find out more about Tony Schiavone than you ever wanted to know. I mean, this man has lived the ultimate dream, and he continues to do so every Wednesday night, formerly on TNT, now on TBS. And he still has a standing invitation, believe it or not, he still has a standing invitation to work at Starbucks. If you want to know what I'm talking about, well, read all about it. It's a good book. It is as Jim Ross would call it. It's a slobber knocker. It is Butts in the Seats, the Tony Schiavone story by Dirk Manning, Tony Schiavone, and friends. It is good. It shows you a man who had his dream and how in one fell swoop he was reborn in doing baseball and doing sports for an Atlanta radio station. And then he was reborn. He got the itch again, but this time it's on his own terms. This is a good read. It's a slobber knocker. It's Butts in the Seats, the Tony Schiavone story. I'm going to read this tonight. I read the digital, so I'm going to read this. This is a graphic. Thank you, Matt. This is a graphic novel, or for those of you in the Latin countries, a graphic novella. Tony Schiavone, the highs, the lows, and the Phoenix moment. You know what I mean by Phoenix. The bird that came back through the ashes. It's Tony Schiavone, his life story in graphic novel. It is good. 10 bell rings, so hit that bell 10 times. There you go. So get the book. Get it at Amazon.com, and it is dynamite. I will tell you that, folks. It is dynamite. Okay, we have just about done it for tonight. And to Amy Andrews again, we owe her another bit of birthday bliss. So if you'll excuse me. Oh, happy birthday to you. Oh, happy birthday to you. A happy birthday to Amy Andrews, who used to work at Fox 47 in Lansing, then worked at KLBC TV2 in Vegas, and then went to other places, and then landed in Motown. Oh, happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday to you. Oh, yeah. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We're back tomorrow night at our regular time. Peace. Good night. God bless. And remember, the 7th, we are going to be, we're still going to do sports, but we're going to add some entertainment news and some talk, and it'll be called Steve's Sporty Balls. Thank you, Mandy Summers, for the idea. By the way, go to Indiegogo.com, check out Jack the Ripper, Vampire Hunter, and a few other new independent comic books. Back them, perk them. You won't regret it. I guarantee. The independent comic book folks, this is their year to lay a little bit of the smackdown on Marvel and DC. That's it from here. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. Nick Ricada has a great stream. He's 45 minutes in it. So if you want to switch over to Ricada Law Channel, It's called Lost Blaming the Interwebs. It's lawyer talk, but for all of us, with the humble Minnesota lawyer by the name of Nick Rekieta. By the way, once again, I want to explain to you people out there who continue to think NBC Universal has something to do with G4. I mean, this version of G4, they don't. This version of G4 is shoddy. It's not even worth it. It is owned by a sports and entertainment subsidiary of Comcast, so NBC Universal has nothing to do with it. It's called Comcast Spectacor, and the only reason they own it is because they own a 3,000 to 5,000 seat arena called Fusion Arena for e-games. They own an e-sports team called the Philadelphia Fusion, as well as two minor hockey league teams and the Philadelphia Flyers. So take it from me, folks. If you want to get angry, you're letting your anger out on the wrong people. It's not NBC Universal. To paraphrase a line from The Late Shift, the battle for 11:30 between Jay Leno and David Letterman, the G4 that we all know and love is gone. This G4 is damaged goods. It's shoddy. It's not even worth it. I don't even think it's on cable. It's on the streaming services of Xfinity and Verizon Fios. And their ad dollars are just pitiful. Wish G4 can get straightened out because I love G4 and I hate to see it die again because of this mess. I know the feeling, Matt, because I had high hopes that this new reincarnation of G4 would pick up where the old G4 left off. But when they hired this vile insult of a human being named Frost, and she violated the sacred law of television networks, and that law is you never, ever, ever shish kebab your fan base. She not only destroyed the fan base of G4, she nuked them, and now they're paying for it. I mean, take a look at their Twitch feed. I mean, talk about cooking the books. Wow. I mean, they even admit to pumping the numbers up for those who have subscribed or follow. So, folks, if you want the G4 of NBC Universal, you ain't getting it. This is a watered-down version of it. And with advertisers from gaming computers to gaming equipment like chairs, view botting, that's what it's called. Thank you, Matt. Since this woman, this Frost, napalmed G4's fan base, from what I understand, the big advertisers that used to be on the original G4, well, they're all saying that this is very toxic and they are not touching it. So if they want to survive, they're going to have to do some major changes. And I mean major changes because, I mean, how many times can you show Ninja Warrior, a couple of other old Japanese programs? I forget the one. And your only live shots, your only live feeds are those that are on Twitch and YouTube, and your channels went from 7,000 down to about 70,000 to about 7,000 and continue to go down. Then you do this view botting. I mean, come on. It's not worth it. Again, to paraphrase a line from The Late Shift, HBO film, you can catch it here on YouTube. When Peter LaSalle tells David Letterman, quote, "You're not getting Johnny's show. That show has sailed away. You're getting the Jay Leno show. And it's not even good. It's damaged goods. It's shoddy. Don't go for it. And remember what Frost said. If you don't like it, don't watch. You know what I tell Frost? Be careful what you wish for. Because trust me, corporate folks want you to watch. But when you tell them, if you don't like it, don't watch, and they shut it off, that's when corporate, not the owners, corporate comes in and says, Frost, can we see you for a moment? Remember when you told our fan base that if they didn't like anything, not to watch? You see the ratings? You see what you did to our Twitch channel and our YouTube channel? And for God's sakes, the channels we're using on Verizon Fios and Comcast Xfinity, we have something for you. You don't wear this. This is called a pink slip. You and Adam Sussler are out. And that's from Comcast. I have a feeling Comcast is going to come in and they're going to clean house. And when they do, I think you're going to see some familiar heads being bye-byed. But I have a feeling in my gut, and you know how big my gut is on feelings, I think you're going to see Olivia Munn back. Sarah Jean Underwood back. You're going to see the old guard from the old G4, the OG G4 back. And when that happens, then the advertisers will be back. Your Three Musketeers, your M&Ms, your Reebok, your Nike, your Adidas, your Best Buy, and the other computer places will come back. But until Comcast or Comcast SpectraCore goes in and puts on a hazmat suit and gets rid of the toxicity that has literally invaded this remnant of G4, it is not going to be much longer before the plug is pulled on this G4. Matt and Eddie said, yeah, I think the only ads they have is Dr. Pepper and Pizza Hut. Yeah, those two are the survivors. But if you watch the online feed, and I think about everyone else can, I tried to turn it to 1413. All I got was BBC America. And then I turned it over to the computer here. And yep, it's online, but not on the cable. So they got a lot of work to do. Or if you prefer the truthful saying, I'll do it as a contribution. Frost, Adam Sussler, and all those other guys they hired, including that their wrestler, they're going to have to get a pound of chapstick on their lips, and they're going to have to kiss some big ass to help G4 survive for at least 2, 3, maybe 4 months. And Matt says it's 1413. And on our cable system, if my mom wouldn't mind turning the cable box on for just a scant of a moment. Grazie.
And I filled it with a bunch of
14,
flowers of peonies.
13. I know we can't show this. I know we can't show what's on because of copyright. But right now, 1413 is.
You got 1418.
Well, if I may speak, 1413 doesn't exist. It is 1418. So,
Please forgive me.
And they're showing Underwood. 1412 is the Dark Knight, and then Batman Begins on the Paramount Network. But there is no 1413 on cable. You got to watch it on the internet. Very heavy, isn't it? Anyway, we have done our duty tonight, and we thank you folks for kindly dropping in and enjoying our little fun and our. Nope, we get to do it again tomorrow, and I know we will. So, for all of us here, I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley saying thank you for watching. Matt, I'll see you soon. Huh? Guess I'm the only one that has it on TV. I guess so. So that's it for us. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the fun people at L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. We'll talk to you all tomorrow. Have a great evening on the West Coast. Thank you. Have a great evening on the West Coast. Have a great morning on the East Coast. Happy Monday still on the West Coast. Happy Tuesday here on the East Coast. And remember, here in Jackson, we are under a David Young over at WLNS Channel 6 and the National Weather Service both have agreed we are under a winter storm warning for Wednesday and Thursday night with a possibility of 6 to 12 inches of snow. And I'm going to do it again. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Jerry, that cool man. He takes care of business as he can. A happy birthday to you. Okay, that's it for us. Good night, everybody. Have a good sleep. Bye.